Attention, Trans Am officials, it's 11:15. The grid is open for this morning's test session for all TA and GT cars. TA and GT cars, the grid is available. All clear behind you, all clear behind you.
Watkins Glen and VIR have a lot of elevation changes, but VIR is treacherous. If you go off here, there's several places to go off high speed wise. The S's going up the hill are extremely challenging, and you're over 150 miles an hour turning the car back and forth and going over the top. Watkins Glen is very smooth, flowing, with lots of grip. Fantastic place to race and drive a race car. This place is very challenging to keep it on the track. There's tight turns, there's moderate speed corners, there's high, the straightaway, we're doing over 180 miles an hour at the end of the back straight. We're close to 180 miles an hour on the front straight. So it's very, very fast, very, very technical and tight in places, yet very fast in other places. It's scary.
Field 10.
I was loose. I'm full soft on both rear bars. So, at least we accomplished that.
And how's the forward?
Now it feels very stiff going through the S's and everything. Compliance.
They're loosened up, now it's in tighter backed up.
The tire pressures are, I got 29, 28, 8, 31, 7, 30.9.
Okay, you know we need to come down sometime. Alright, that's good. Did it fire off better than before?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was dealing with loose from the warm-up lap.
Are you spinning tires off the corner? Okay. Yeah, so we can, I told you it was definitely going to be freer.
Yeah, it was.
So good. So it rotated night, like entry was good, like.
The turn-in's good, braking's awesome. I can point it wherever I want.
First test sessions in the books with the TA car, and it went good. We're sixth quick in that session. We're running tires that we raced on at Watkins Glen a couple weeks ago. We've trimmed the rear wing out here to get more top end speed. We have a little engine mod as well that gives us more torque in the lower end. I could feel that, so it means you come off the corner, more torque off the corner gives you a better launch down the straightaway, which ultimately ends up to a better top end speed.
I experimented between first gear, second gear, all that, and it's just loose.
Yep, okay.
We're printing speeds off at certain areas around the track. So for instance, we're coming up here through the little S's to the big S's, and our entry speed is 157.8 miles an hour, so almost 158 miles an hour. And then we're going through these turns here, 127, 133. That's still pretty fast going through corners with big gator curbing, and you're flying over that stuff. One wrong move, man, and you're going for a ride. I think I'm really losing it in other places. The slow stuff, yeah, I've just got no traction. I mean, I was through one.
Did it drift in the car?
Yeah, it was Tokyo drift.
Copy that. Gary, third lane. 10 minutes left, Ken. 10 minutes left. Get it back to pit lane. Quick change. You'll probably get 3 more laps out of it.
We keep tightening it up, trying to get it more neutral. And we did that this session, and we went better, but we're still not there yet. So, you know, we're still 6th fast, so that, you know, that's good. We want to be faster.
You need a 148.9. 148.9. Checker flag is out on this session. Checker flag is out.
Brakes are awesome. You know, I cranked a full turn of front brake in it, and I'm still locking up the rears. I'm going to go another full turn right now.
How did you feel after that last adjustment?
Yeah, I think we ran a 49 flat. You know, I was trying for that 48, but
We've got an ECR engine, Richard Childress, you know, Earnhardt Childress racing engine. And it puts out a lot of power, over 850 horsepower. So it's hard to put that much power to the ground without the wheels spinning. And that creates that loose situation. So, you know, it's a fine line you walk on how much power you give it. You can't give it full throttle off the corner. Watkins Glen, we could.
So that last adjustment was better?
A little better. I mean, it's not a ton.
It's a funny game. It all depends on temperature, asphalt, or concrete, or whatever, how much grip you have, and then what kind of setup you have. So you're always kind of chasing the track and the temperature, always. I can't put the power down yet, and I'm shifting between gears. I'm drifting all the way out there. Yeah. You just have to get your foot off the brake and coast through there, and you know, not bleed off too much miles per hour, because if you go in there too slow, then you're rolling too slow, and it's like, it seems like it takes forever to get through the corner. But so we're working on that, and then, you know, as soon as you're pointed straight, pick the throttle up and get out of there. So it's a challenge. Your eyeballs think, well, we'll never make it if you take your foot off the brake, but it does. So you just have to keep telling yourself, get off the brake, get off the brake, get off the brake. And you go faster. So, and that's what we did this last session. I dialed in a whole full turn to the front, and I'm still locking the rear. That's locking first. And it's at 53% to the front. I think we got a pretty good handle on it. You know, tomorrow is official practice, and then qualifying about the same time of day. So, you know, I think we can make it better.
power steering.
Power steering failing.
It's done. I gotta pull off.
Copy, copy. Yeah, the 5 car is in the south paddock there, lost power steering. He'll need that help in. Power steering in car 5, we'll have him towed in the end of the session.
It must have blown when I was coming down Hogpen there, because I was making the right-hander and it just pushed right off the track. I'm going, well, that's weird. And I come back on and I'm okay until I get to turn 10 here, and it's gone.
It'll probably be obvious when the hood comes off. whatever it is. But then, you know, the racing guys show you a curveball, and we have a power steering line come off just at the start of the session. We just get up to temperature, tires are warm and grippy. We're ready to start pulling the trigger on running some good times to see if the changes we made were positive. And then the power steering line comes off and you lose all steering. So, you know, I had to pull off, you know, back in the back somewhere so it was nice and safe. And that was the end of our session. We got a warm-up lap, and that was it.
Attention Trans Am teams, attention Trans Am officials. It's now 5:30 p.m. The grid for today's TA and SGT qualifying session is closed. Again, TA SGT qualifying grid is closed.
And we're here with Ken Twaits. Ken is here. He's been here all weekend. He was practicing in his TA2 car just to get more seat time here at VIR. But Ken, I know you love VIR. What's your strategy here in qualifying?
Well, we had a problem in practice earlier with our power steering, but we've got it all fixed. And you know, you've got 2 warm-up laps and 3 flyers, and that's all we have time for. So you gotta really plan it out, make sure you have a gap, and then go lay it down.
We just ran our qualifying session. I think we're in a 149.3, so we're about 3/10 off of what we ran yesterday.
Car's good. It's a little loose, but, you know, I think the track is slippery.
Did we tighten it up? Did we tighten it up enough?
Yeah, I could race with this.
I'm just going to put my head down and race my butt off tomorrow and see if I can't just hang on to the train and just wait around till the end of the race and see who's gassed and who's not, and maybe we can work our way up. And you know how these races go. Guys hit each other, knock each other off. Guys have mechanical failures. Just got to take care of the equipment, hang around, and hopefully the race will come to us.
Okay, take a deep breath, buddy. Reset time 5. Rears up. Get some rears warm. Don't spin the tires.
You know, that start was pretty slow. I was in first gear, got wheel spin like I did in Brainerd, and just try to keep it pointed straight and not lose it in front of the world. And yeah, just drive it in as deep as you can and without locking them up and collecting the guy in front of you. And you know, Simon and I were side by side going in there. He had the inside, that's where he started. So at some point you've got to concede and give it up. You know, I drove around the outside, but you know, he had you know, a half a car length on me, and you know, you can have contact, it's going to be your fault. So I'm not that guy. I'm gonna live to fight another day. I'll let him have the corner and see if I can't beat him later on down the road. So that's what you gotta do. You attack as well as you can, but you do have 30 laps to go. So let's see how it all pans out. That's my philosophy.
Full course yellow, full course yellow, let's slow down, full course yellow, full course yellow.
I saw the yellow and I saw a Y. It was a big crash in the S's. Hope everybody's okay. It came pretty early, but that kind of bleeds off the laps.
Car feel, Ken, how's the car?
Just kind of loose. I'm going to go back on the cars here already.
Check your tire pressures right now. See where they're at. Okay, star answer.
4, 22.8, 24, 24.
I try to finish every race that I run, and I try to think while I'm driving. You know, some guys just think about the driving part, hitting your marks and brake at this marker. I try to go on autopilot. Still, of course, think about what I'm doing out there, but think ahead of the race. You know, how many laps are we in? What's the car doing? What, you know, are the brakes going away? Are the tires going away? Do I need to adjust the sway bars now to compensate for the lighter fuel load? That type of thing. So I'm thinking in the car, I'm talking to the guys, the spotters, the pit cart, you know, the guys in the pits and that type of thing, just so I know exactly where we stand, you know, and that just keeps me focused. I've won a championship before in 1985, and I knew how hard that was to do. And you have to finish, and you have to gut it out. You have to be fast, and when you're not the fastest, at least, you know, survive and drive as fast as you can without falling off and crashing or breaking the car. So that's what I've done all year.
P3, Ken, P3, nice and easy. 10 laps to go, no pressure from behind. P3, nice and easy, buddy. Bring her home. Finish this lap and you got a P3. Great job, Ken. Great job.
Guys, thanks for everything. We got it. Finally got our podium.
We finished third. We made our first on-the-road podium. You know, we got a podium at Laguna Seca, but that was because people got penalized. Today, we earned it and earned it on the track. So, third place, baby, podium. I'll take it.
Franklin Road Apparel.
Yeah, check it out.
Look at that, 2 trophies. You gotta like that. You're gonna need more hands.
And it's just such an honor to be part of it. You know, this is Trans Am. Mark Donahue, Parnelli Jones, you know, all of them, and Tommy Kendall. You know, it's just to be able to podium here, especially where I'm at in life, you know, it's just awesome. It's nice to get a third place on the road. That's awesome. It's our first year in the TA class, and I'm no spring chicken, so we pulled it off today. It's awesome. I got an excellent crew of guys, and they're extremely hard workers. They're up early, and it's a 12, 14-hour day every day at the track. And so this car takes a lot of preparation and a lot of checking, and checking nuts and bolts and hoses and that type of thing, because it wants to literally vibrate itself apart. It's a huge engine, you know, 870 horsepower plus, maybe 900. They won't even tell us how much it makes. So it makes a lot of power, and it's got big fat tires on it. So it literally is trying to rip itself apart. You know, what component's going to break? What's the weak link? So we're constantly checking that stuff, and it, you know, I don't touch the car. These guys do all the work, and they do a great job of it. And so this is a big payoff for them. You know, we've been working really hard for this, and we all brought it home this weekend.
Let's hear how loud you guys can get for Kenny International Raceway, Ken Twaits, Boris said, Chris Dyson,